In this series on human reproductive system, is going to be a very wonderful time now together. Please just make sure you follow the video as it be released every now and then. All right. So basically, if I may ask you, what is reproduction to you? What comes to mind? Now, reproduction basically means ability of organisms to do what? To bring forth species. To continue their generation, and that's to happen within the same species actually, or some related species, so to say. So it has to do what? With continuity of generation, so to say. Now, one question students used to ask me is, because we are focused on humans, and one of the processes or the event that happens in bringing about reproduction in humans has to involve sexual intercourse, which I would usually want to use the word coitus. So when I say coitus, you should know I mean the same thing as sexual intercourse, all right, as it were. So now the question was, I used to get this question with student A-level students, most especially. They ask me and say, does every living organism enjoy coitus? Sexual intercourse. Or every living organism that carries out coitus, do all of them enjoy that? Not really, they don't. Not all of them. The few organisms I have laid my hands on, there may be more, which if there will be more, just a little more, that enjoy sexual intercourse or coitus for pleasure are bonobos, which is this one you're seeing here, chimpanzee, humans, and dolphin. Every other organism that carry out coitus, sexual intercourse, just do it as a courtship behavior, not like they really have some sort of longing and all that for it. Really, no, they don't really. But these four organisms actually have this level of dopamine, some other pleasure hormone that is secreted in their brain that attests to the fact that they enjoy the acts or have it of pleasure, as it were. All right. So now, introducing this topic, as it were, the human reproductive system. Now, please, you might want to pause the video to read through everything one by one. I'll just pinpoint some very essential thing. Now, if the structures of reproductive system are working normally, they are normally arranged, they are complete, and they are functioning normally, that will help ovulation in the female during menstrual cycle, and that will help the male to make sperm cells. That's called spermatogenesis. We will do each of these very well, in detail. Then if the egg and the sperm cells meet, then there will be the fertilized ovum will be transported to the uterus, where it's going to start growing to become an embryo, then become a fetus, and will be born later. Then, as you can see it here, okay, it says here it can be implanted here. So it gets to the uterus, it's implanted, that means it's attached. I'm going to show you something to explain that shortly. Then, if this whole happens, the baby grows and the baby is delivered. If it passes through the normal about 40 weeks of pregnancy, then the child is given birth to. After that, there will be expulsion, the removal of the placenta. Then after that, that child will have to suckle. The taking during lactation period and all of that. Then the mother's body will revert back to before she was pregnant. Now, if you took note of this whole slide contains a whole lot of information, very detailed. But let me say this whole slide summarized what the whole series will be all about. So please don't miss out. It's going to be very, very wonderful. Now, let me show you this right now. So this next slide has a lot of things, but I'm going to start from this very one here. So you can see the sperm cell going towards the egg. This is going to be fertilization eventually. Then I want you to look at what's happening here. This is ovulation happening. So this structure here is the follicle. This one that is being removed or that popped out is the egg, by a process called ovulation, which happens around day 14 of the menstrual cycle. Most people, it depends on it, but that's basically it. But we're going to explain that, like I told you, in details in subsequent videos. Then if there's ovulation, if there's sperm cell, that will form zygote. If zygote is formed, That zygote will divide severally, then it becomes morula, it becomes blastocyst, and that blastocyst gets attached to the wall of the uterus. So the uterus is where the fertilized ovum, which of course has changed severally, get attached and it grows into the wall. That's what I see here. It grows into that wall and get attached. Placenta forms. If that happens successfully, then pregnancy, of course, has started. The woman will carry that all through term, and this is the growing embryo there. Now, please look at what's happening here. This is very, very funny and fun. I mean, like, while it's a very funny animation. These are twins, obviously. Then this one is quite mean. It's going to kick the head of this other guy here, and of course, oh boy. But you should know that this is not real. It's just an illustration. But what does this mean? This represents twins. Twins. So twins can be identical, or they can be fraternal. Fraternal means that, so the way I wrote that, fraternal means they are non-identical. So identical twins will always be formed from one sperm that fertilized one egg, and that formed a zygote, and that zygote then splitted into two different cells by mitosis. That is what forms identical twins. So such twins will always be same gender, same everything except for their fingerprint, really. So they will have because like we are splitting one human being into two, because one sperm cell, one egg cell represents one human, but they fuse together, then splitted. But for fraternal twins or the non-identical twins, they are formed from two different eggs with their different sperm cells. They might be boy, male, or female, or one male, one female, depending on the chromosome on the sperm cell. If this was having Y chromosome on the Y cell, on the sperm cell, this is going to be a male. If this was having X chromosome, is going to be a female, because the egg will always have X chromosome all the time, so to say. So it depends on what's going to be. Now, please, it's just a quick overview. We are going to take this, in real detail, So watch out for this. Every week, I'm going to be releasing videos on this topic. All right. So welcome on board once again. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.